All right guys, hey, it's Rob Caputo here, and today's gonna be another quick one. I'm gonna do a quick rinse off of the car. We've driven like 500 plus miles, and I wanna rinse it down. It's got pollen on it and all that kind of good stuff. I found a snow foam cannon that's rated up to 3,200 PSI, which is pretty up there. It's a little unusual. It doesn't have the dial up top. It's got the dial on the side, almost like the griots. And I'll put that picture to the side over here so you can see what that looks like. It looks like it's stainless steel, so it looks like it's made really well. It's from a company called Dancingboar. I've never heard of them before. I don't know very much about them, but this is dirt cheap. I mean, it's $13.99. I mean, you can't get any cheaper for a foam cannon, definitely not. So they sell a few different things. You know, they sell stuff that kind of looks like one of the other foam cannons that was the Franko. It kind of looks like that one, you know, so I'll take a picture of that and I'll share that with you. And they're selling that one for $18.99. I mean, if it's made by the same company that makes the Franko, then you're getting quite a good deal, right? Because Cars with Keeves, you know, appreciates that one, and it really does a good job of foaming up. So let's try this one. $13.99, can't go wrong. So well, you can actually, but let's try this one out. I'm gonna put a good soap in it. I'm gonna use, let's see what I'm gonna use today. Let's use Car Pro Reset. I'm gonna put 2 ounces of that in 800 milliliters of water. Right, Franko? Water. And we'll go from there and we'll see what happens. All right, so we'll take 2 ounces of Car Pro Reset, put it in this little dancing boar, right? Let's take this out. Actually, let's unbox it. See what's in this box, right? So here's the box. Pretty cool, right? It's got everything on there. Looks like it goes horizontal, vertical. It's interesting because it shows a dial at the top, but on the advertisement, it doesn't have it. It has it on the side. So let's see what's in the box. So that could be a little bit of an issue. Where is it made? It's made in China. Looks like it's distributed through the UK. So that's interesting. Okay. The one other good thing that I saw is that this has an HDPE bottle. So it's a durable bottle. And the other thing that I noticed too is that these bottles, they seem a little small. So I'm gonna take 1,000 ounces of water, and I'm going to put it into the MJJC because I know that's accurate. And I'm going to put that same 1,000 ounces into this and see if it matches up. Let's do that one first. All right, so we got 1,000 ounces exactly in the MJJC bottle. And does this have markings on it? Yes, it does. They're very light. I don't know, it just stops at 800 because it's got this little indented area here with grippies on it. So I'm assuming that 1,000 milliliters is all the way at the very tippy top. So let's pour it out. Let's see where it ends up. Okay, it's not 1,000 milliliters. Did I say ounces? Milliliters. 1,000 milliliters of this bottle overflows this. So it's not 1,000 milliliters. What is this then? So let's redo this. Let's empty this out to here and then pour that into the MJJC. Okay, should have been a little bit more cautious. Anyway, so this is basically up to this marking right here. There's no marks up here actually. It's just, this is 800 and this is just about full. So let's see how many milliliters this is. For real. And keep in mind, you're gonna have to leave a little bit of room for air and soap. All right, so you're at 800 milliliters. All right, so this is inaccurate, 100% inaccurate. It says 800 is down here. We filled it up to here, and that they said that was 800. So problem number one. Let's look at the manifold. And as I suspected, right, like what I told you, in the advertisement, the dial for how much foam you're gonna get is on the side. Kind of loosey-goosey here, so it doesn't really work that well. But you got 0 to 8. Not even 0 to 10, but 0 to 8. Or a little bit beyond 8. I thought this had a horizontal vertical. It does not. It just changes the fan pattern. That's all you can do. It is stainless steel, but it's interesting, it's got a plastic bottom here. So this portion of the manifold is plastic, including the draw tube connection. This is some sort of stainless steel. And we're gonna open this up and find out how big the orifice is in here too, right? All right, so let's open this up. Let's see what is inside. It makes this thing tick. You get kind of what you pay for, right? You gotta remember where it's coming from. Maybe not. All right, let's see if we can hold it in a vice grip real quick. It's not gonna work. All right, so how are we doing this? It looks like it is a 1.25. So that's what's inside of here. And I'm sure if I put a little bit of elbow grease, I can kind of open this up, but I didn't want to damage it. This is a little bit on the cheaper side. So it's marked 1.25, which is good, right? That's impressive. And it's a brass fitting in there, by the way, brass orifice. CarPro reset into this, 2 ounces, and then let's try it out. Oh, it's got a silicone tube. It's actually got a pretty decent silicone tube in it too. Just doesn't have a, stainless steel screen at the bottom of it. It's just got a, kind of like a stainless steel net or sieve screen in it. So that'll work for now, that'll work. All right, so let's put this on here. Straw is a little bit too, the draw tube's a little bit too long because it's not moving around. It leaks a little bit. Yeah, it leaks a lot of it. But that's all right. All right, so let's go ahead and hook this up to the CARZILLA and see how it does. All right, let's do this. Let's try it out. Oh boy. What the heck? Let's see what we got here. I've got some air in the lines. Hang tight. That's really good, actually. Let me bring this in a little closer. I'm gonna turn this around, see what I'm seeing here. Pretty good, right? It's not bad. A little bit on the watery side. Oh, Franko. I can change out the foam generator and the orifice to a 1. It's using a lot of material. That's the one thing I could see right away. So that's definitely the case. So, and I only did half the car. So that's the unfortunate side to having a small bottle, like an 800 milliliter bottle. I mean, I think this is less than that, to be quite honest. I think it's more like 700. So let's change those two things. I'm gonna put a 3-piece in this nozzle right here and change the orifice to a 1.1, see what that does. All right, so I want to show you what I'm doing here, right? So I took the pin out. Let me see if you see. I took this pin out from the side, punched that out. It's a short pin, so be careful, right? And I noticed that inside of this, right, when I pulled the nozzle off, this is built differently, right? This whole thing is plastic, by the way, so that keeps the cost down. It's probably molded plastic, I'm assuming. But it has another pin right here that you need to pull out, right? So it's similar to, yeah. So this nozzle right here had a pin that you could pull out with needle nose pliers. You can see that? This is similar, but it's on the inside. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So let's pull that out. There's a little section right in here where you could use like a little flathead screwdriver or something to pry it out. Pull the pin out, That's what was holding it together. Now I should be able to pull this off of it. Yep, there we go. So that's off of it. There's a little O-ring right here. And then the filter is right inside here. And as suspected, it's a single filter, right? Very standard on the inexpensive ones. No one's going to go out of their way for that. So let's change that out. Let's find that 3-piece filter. So again, so if you're not familiar with it, this is a 3-piece filter that you can order online. It's a direct replacement of this one, right? There we go. Same diameter and everything. Same thickness. And all you got to do is just put this one in replacement of that. So first this goes in, right? You're going to line that up. You put your felt in next. Then you put the 3rd piece in. Set that into place, make sure it's snug. All right, now we should be able to put this all back together. So let's put this back together. There we go. Put the pin that's holding it. Make sure this is straight, by the way. So I'm just making sure that this is straight, because that's the only thing that you can change. Put this pin back into place. And now we're gonna have to try to get into, I'm gonna use a larger wrench this time. Woo. We're gonna get this open. One way or another, we're gonna get this open. Holy cow. Whatever. Unnecessary. That's nuts. Scratched it up. All right, let's get this thing out of here. And all I'm doing is just taking out the orifice with the flathead screwdriver. And this thing does not have to be tight at all because it's got an O-ring on it. And it does not have to be that tight. So unfortunately, I scratched it up a little bit. I guess I could have used like a paper towel or something like that to kind of protect it, but I don't care. Let's put another 2 ounces of CarPro Reset. Fill the rest up with water. And let's go to town. Come on. And I let that CarPro Reset sit on that car way too long. So let's fill this up. All right, so the changes I made. 1.1 millimeter orifice, the 3-piece up front, and this thing's on max. So let's go to town. Much nicer. Come on, I'm barely using any material. Check this out. This is cool. That's actually really nice. Really good. Made for $13.99 with a couple modifications. Holy cow, that's really good. All right, so let me finish this off, and then we'll go to conclusions. All right, conclusions on the, what is this called again? Dancingboar Foamcannon. Well, is it cheap? Yes, $13.99. You could buy it from Amazon. Very inexpensive. It'll last you a season. Pretty sure it'll last you a season. Just take care of it, right? Don't go nuts on this plastic manifold, because I could see this breaking off of the plastic piece right here if you twist it too much. But you know what? It foamed up really well. I think it's a decent cannon. With the changes that I made, it's actually a very good cannon for $13.99. You can't go wrong. Again, quality, the build. Does it leak? Yes, it leaks pretty badly out of this little like piece right here. So it kind of leaks out of where the min-max button is. So I would say for $13.99, this is pretty good. It's a 5 out of 10 in my book. Okay, so if you want something that's going to last you a season, go for it. If you want something a little bit better, I mean, honestly, for 50 bucks, you can get my Talking with Cars foam cannon. I've got 22 of them coming to me any day now. Or just buy the MJJC. I mean, honestly, it's a really good foam cannon for 80 bucks, 90 bucks, I think it is right now. And I think you can get 10% off if you use my coupon from House of Rags or even CARZILLA. I think CARZILLA sells them, I believe. If not, House of Rags, CARZILLA sells the Max Shine, and possibly the Pro version of the MJJC, but I'll double check and I'll share it with you. So, and I have coupon codes for both. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was fun. I'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, comment down below which foam cannon do you like, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.